So on the camcorder, we go to the menu again and to the Wi-Fi. There we go. And the movie uploader screen. And the camcorder has a little think, and it's activating its Wi-Fi once again, and will eventually come back with, there we go, its SSID, its Wi-Fi ID. And we know that it's XA-8D42, etc, etc. Now, because I turned the camcorder off briefly while switching it from recording mode to media mode, my iPhone has gone back to its default Wi-Fi network. So again, we need to tell it we want to connect to this Canon, the XA8D42. So I'll tell it that. That's in the settings menu on the phone. The little tick means it's happy. So now we can close that down and go back to the movie uploader app. And there we go, pretty much straight away it's seen that it has a camcorder connected. It's a Canon XA20, and we can click on that. And it asks us, do we want to look at card A or card B? Doesn't really matter, we'll click on card A. And there you go, there is the list of recordings, which can now be played back, looked at on the phone. The slightly odd thing, I don't know if this is a limitation of the iPhone 4S, which is what I'm using, or if it's a limitation of the software, it won't play back some of the video types recorded by the camcorder. You can just see one frame of it and you know the video's there, but you can't play it back. Others, fine, it will play them back as well. Now you can see here at the bottom of the screen this send to button. Click that and it says, do we want to send that clip to YouTube or Facebook? And if we go to YouTube, it asks us for all the usual YouTube stuff, title and description, any tags, what category we want to put it in, do we want it public, unlisted, private, and we have to set up some account details as well. I'm not going to go through all that, that's fairly standard YouTube stuff, but once you've given it those details, you can then set that clip to be uploaded. So first of all, we're in on the camcorder the normal playback mode, and we go to Wi-Fi settings as before, and playback via browser. Click on that, and once again the camcorder turns itself into a little Wi-Fi hotspot that any other device can connect to. It's got the same SSID and so on and so forth as before. Now over here I have an Android tablet. This is an Acer Iconia Tab 110, and just as we did with the iPhone, the first thing you have to do is connect its Wi-Fi to the Wi-Fi of the camcorder. So it's currently, as you can see, connected to my local Wi-Fi, but we want it talking to the XA8D42 Canon C. So I'll click on that one. It'll ask me for the password, which of course was the very sophisticated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done, and connect, and there we go, we're now connected to the Canon. So we'll bring up the web browser, which is Chrome, and of course we can't actually connect to anything, we're not really on the internet, we're just connected directly to the camcorder. So the address of course is 192.168.0.80, which the camcorder told us on its screen. Click on go, and what do you know, we have the playback via browser screen, which is not fitting terribly well onto the tablet's screen size. Let's try and pinch that in a bit. So there are the recordings, which you can scroll through and in theory play them back. Select the recording, it shows you there, but I don't think it's going to let me play that back. Again, you run into slight problems of file types not being feasible in the device you're using to look at the files. Let's try a couple of others. I think they're all, it's labelled them as AVCHD, so we know what they are. Let's change from AVCHD to the B card MP4 recordings and try one of those. And indeed we get a little playback icon, so we can play that one back. Press play, and it's now collecting the data to buffer from the camcorder, although it seems to be doing it very slowly. And there we go, it's playing back, and if we press that, it should go full screen. So that's playback of a recording. Let me move that over a bit. Via Wi-Fi on an Android tablet, being served up to it as we're watching it from the camcorder. And given how small the camcorder screen is, I mean, it's quite a good screen, but it's quite nice to watch your recordings back on a bigger tablet screen as well. So if you want to have a look back at what you've just filmed, this is quite a nice way of doing it. That's enough of that. And essentially that's all there is to it.